Many audiophiles ask why musicians do not care about high-end audio. I'd like to ask the opposite question. How many audiophiles do not care about the quality of what they're listening to? I often see people with $1 million equipment listening to noise. There's a girl of a well-known audiophile magazine who tests equipment with electronic music, of all things. I thought that the whole point of high-end audio was to bring the sound of a live concert to our room. To finish, I would like to ask if Mr. Arnie had a preference for a Mahler 3 recording interpretation. Best regards, Pedro. Well, thank you, Pedro, all the way from Guatemala. I think for the vast majority of audiophiles, they really do care a lot about recordings. And before I forget, Arnie's favorite of Mahler's third was mine, and as well, and of course I got it from him, which is the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra that is available. I think Blue Coast sells them. It's the Michael Tilson Thomas group from the San Francisco Symphony, and it is a phenomenal recording, just phenomenal recording. It has more dynamic range than you can shake a stick at on a big system. I crank that thing up just so I can hear, the oboe way in the back. You can and the drum, and it sounds like it's 50 feet back, and then like wham, it comes and it just overwhelms you. It's really amazing. What a great recording. I think what you're looking at is purity of sound through acoustic instruments. And I can tell you that Arnie and myself have quite a collection of music that we use that is a combination of acoustic, of live recordings, of electronic music. There's, there are a couple of good tracks that I really like that are completely synthesized or combinations of synthesized, which is some of my favorites. The Niles Rodgers, the Daft Punk, what's the name of that? Their most famous album. It has Within is one of the tracks on there, and you've got a synthesized voice mixed in with a beautifully recorded acoustic piano, and the contrast between the two is a real test of a system and something that I really enjoy. But let's go a little deeper. Why do any of us do this anyway? What's in high-end audio for us? And I would tell you that you might be shocked to look at my playlist. I've got 30 or 40, no, it's more like 80 or so that are on a playlist. And as you go through them, you've got the Fanfare for Common Man, you've got the Rudder Requiem, you've got that Mahler third, and then you've got Lord and Tennis Court, which is a poorly recorded, completely synthesized piece. You've got, oh gosh, I don't have it sitting right in front of me, but it goes the entire gamut. And it really speaks to why we do this and what we're doing. So in many cases, if I'm designing products, then I have Paul's Dirty Dozen. And I posted it. If you Google Paul's Picks, do Paul's PS Audio Picks, or Paul's Picks PS Audio, what Google will figure it out. And you'll see my Dirty Dozen and quite a few other that I've published over there. And there you'll see a combination of acoustic instruments and electronic instruments, because we want a wide gamut of sounds to test our systems out and to see if we have anything in common, which we don't want. We want every piece to sound individually correct to itself, and that's important. But at the end of the day, when somebody comes in and they want to hear the big IRS system, I'm not going to just play them Mahler's third. I'm going to play them something where their jaws drop. Oh gosh, I wish I could remember this one piece that Darren Meyer Myers, our engineer, showed me. It's completely synthesized, but I mean, it's a hair raiser. You play that on that big system, and just this big shit-eating grin comes on everybody's face as the synthesizer goes, boom, or Pink Floyd, will put on Welcome to the Machine, because it's fun, because it's something you've never ever heard before, and that makes it so fun, and that's one of the reasons why I do this. I get in there and I'm like, oh man, that was like a ride at Disneyland. Let's try this one. So, yes, acoustic, properly recorded instruments are critical to what we do, but it's not the only thing that we listen to, not by a long shot. All right, great question, Pedro. Thank you. Talk to you later. Bye.